starts, 6'4", number 8. Ooh, number 8.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. In a blazing start to the new season, we look at the updated power rankings. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. You look at the Timberwolves. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And you know, right now for the Trailblazers, they really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
And to look at the starters for San Antonio, Naz Reid out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bane in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, we've got the Beast. Thompson is out there with Tamani Kamara. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Sharp in at the shooting guard position. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
And the by Williamson.
And that's what the fans came to see. Williamson taking to the skies.
Pass to Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And so Curry will bring it up for San Antonio. It's a three-point game. Curry setting the pick for Bane. A three-pointer off the mark. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. We talked about the problems that Zion Williamson could give a team inside. And Coach said it's not about the shots that Zion makes, it's about the shots his teammates miss. We have to make sure that we body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. And so it's San Antonio with it. Portland making their last shot. Hands it from downtown.
When you look at his numbers, Desmond Bane is historically good from three-point.
Pass to Wembanyama. Portland moving the ball around. Here's the Beast, guarded by Curry. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
Bane passes to Curry. And Thompson sends it back. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes on a bounce. Spurs retain possession. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, that shot almost feels like a layup for Steph at this point in his career.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trailblazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes, and with franchise value skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
The Beast passes to Sharp. No good that time.
What a cold start. They need a different approach here.
Wembanyama with the rebound. And stolen by Williamson. Curry kicks to Williamson. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Thompson over Brooks. Brooks grabs the board. San Antonio's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Down low, here's Reid, and Reid throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Thompson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the Beast.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's Brooks in the corner. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. It's all knotted up.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Shots good by the Beast.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Williamson outside. Brooks outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's the Beast. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And it's Williamson missing.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Wembanyama. Thompson's got 8 points.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Now here's Williamson. Here's Curry out to Brooks. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the inside. Here's Reed. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. The Beast passes to Wembanyama. Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Curry with the bounce pass. Brooks kicks to Williamson. On the wing, Bain. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's the fast break. Shots good by the Beast. 6 points for the Beast.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Outside, Reed. Williamson outside. No good from outside.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Tim, one thing for sure, when Zion Williamson is right, he can carry all by himself in offense.
Well, there is no question he is an athletic freak. There is no answer for him when he is playing aggressively.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Kispert's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Spurs trail by 8. Williamson outside.
Right
6 on the shot clock. Payne for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Koulibaly with it. Curry with the steal. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first. Foul the game. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for the Spurs.
San Antonio substitution, number 15.
Portland on defense. They're leading by 8. Looking to end the run. And Thompson sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
Here's Curry with the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for San Antonio. Here's the Beast. 8 points for him. Wembanyama. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Spurs trail by 9. Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Number 8.
And the Spurs with possession, trailing by 10. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well,
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so...
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
He's checked in for the Beast. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In fourth, the Spurs.
And last year, their rim protection was unbelievable. Teams actually turned down shots in the lane.
Good on the second free throw. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us
power that baby town.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Outside Curry. Pass to Kispert. And they get it back. Alvarado passes to Reed. San Antonio again missing. Here's Thompson. Deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
This one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Here's Thompson, and Sharp has it in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Sharp's got 5 now.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Up top, Reed. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Alvarado. Williamson from long range.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
And Reed throws it down.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And the 3 ball is good.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Thompson passes to Wembanyama, and that one drops. He's got 11.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Williamson. Portland grabs the miss. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Reed, good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Here's Kamare. A three-pointer is right on target. Kamare's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Koulibaly with the steal. Inside. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 13.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
On its way from Curry for two. Again, the Spurs good for two.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left. In this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
We've got Jeremy Sohan. Koulibaly is out there with Chris Dunn. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Kamare in at the three. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Trailblazers leading by 14. Pass to Koulibaly. Now Sohan. Olynyk is covering. Now Kamara. Jacks up a three. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kispert. Nothing on the board. Robinson kicks to Bane.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Pass to Kamare. Good on the three-point shot. Kamare's got his third basket of the night right there.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Alvarado passes to Olynyk. A kick out to Bane. Robinson a screen on Koulibaly. Bane, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
To the paint. Adams' shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Kamare. And the Trailblazers another three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Alvarado. Dunn covering. Here's Robinson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Dunn outside. Pass to Kamare. To the middle. Dunn shot's good. Dunn's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
On the wing, Bain. He's defended by Koulibaly. Now Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
In the corner, Sohan with it. Back to Dunn. Adams sets the pick for Dunn. In the corner, Sohan with it. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Kamara. From outside, off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Kispert, the pass to Alvarado, and a missed layup. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Portland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. In the corner, Kamara with it. Here's the drive, and slam dunk by Kamara.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? San Antonio's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
There's a screen by Kamara. Koulibaly finds Kamara.
And normally that's an easy two for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. Inside. And it's done in the corner. Adams sets the pick for Dunn. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs trail by 20. Alvarado with it. Now defended by Adams. Alvarado passes to Kispert. Back to Alvarado. Misses the three. Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Koulibaly. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. You know, Jim, when you look at Bilal Koulibaly, outstanding length for a wing.
They're 6'8" with the reach of Stretch Armstrong. The tools are all there. And at his young age, there is plenty of time to develop his offensive skills.
Shot clock at 5. Robinson misses from close range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dunn looking over the floor. On the wing, Koulibaly. Offensive rebound. Pass to Adams. Beyond the arc. Koulibaly, no good. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Lakers in L.A. And here is Olynyk, covered by Kamara. And the foul called on. To Monty Kamara. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. San Antonio also making some changes. Williamson is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Brooks comes in for Kispert. And Curry subbed in for Jose Alvarado. Payne for three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's the Beast. 11 points in the game. Thompson outside. Williams sets a screen for Thompson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Portland leading by 19. Here's the Beast. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Back to Curry. A 3-ball. He can't get that one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Benyama outside. Benyama sets a screen for Thompson. Pass to the Beast. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one goes.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Spurs making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Curry. 17 points in the game. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Coming off a terrific season. Put up about 24 points per. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum. Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Indiana Pacers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's the Beast. He's got 17, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And the Spurs with possession. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Curry, that's good.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's the Beast, guarded by Curry. Out to Thompson, from the arc, in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
Back to Curry, fires the 3, and they're able to recover. They retain possession. They shoot again.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the foot.
Jay, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
Wembanyama against Williamson. Robinson on the wing. Williamson finds Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And there's an assist for Zion. And don't forget, Point Zion has become a real thing. Williamson can make good decisions with the basketball.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half of the game. The base passes to Thompson. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kamar is checked in. Reed, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. Brooks outside. And the dunk by Brooks.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 25 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take one. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. The Trailblazers in second.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Here's the Beast. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 19 points in the game.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Left side, Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Williamson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to the Beast. Good if it goes. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight. And he has been the driving force for Portland. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We come back right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
When I look at San Antonio, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the San Antonio Spurs.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Zion Williamson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Desmond Bain. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly. What they were looking for. There is no doubt. He's been the dealer for them on offense, but he is going to need some support from his teammates.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Right side Bain. Back to Williamson.
And it's Wembanyama's size that makes him a potent defensive presence.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Sharp, the pass to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Bain. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Fires from deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Now Curry. He has 29. Sharp on the wing. Guarded by Bain. Thompson for 3. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 30 points.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Trailblazers. Yabusele, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Amen Thompson. And it's Coulibaly in for Tamani Kamara. Williamson dishes to Brooks. Floats it up for Williamson. Out to Brooks to stop the run. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got his 6th assist on the night.
And when he's near the rim, Zion knows he has collapsed the defense. So now he can kick it out for 3.
The Beast passes to Yabusele. Tim, when you think of the play, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
Zohan, the pass to the Beast. From outside the arc. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside Curry. The three. And the Beast pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Brooks against Koulibaly. Here's Yabusele. Back to Koulibaly. Stolen by Brooks. Pass to Reed. Back to Brooks. That one goes. Count it.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Trailblazers.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
And here is Curry. He's got 29 points. Reed. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 16 points for Naz Reid. Portland's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Short. That's good.
They have come out of halftime in fuego.
The Spurs have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Curry with it. Pass to Reed. Fires for 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
For 3.
Trailblazers have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Takes it from 10. No good from Yabusele. And so Brooks will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Reed with a screen for Curry. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Sharp against Bain, and it's Sharp missing. San Antonio's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. No problems knocking that one down. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Pass to Zohan. Over Williamson. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Brooks. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Yeah, if you get that close to the rim, you have to capitalize. Tough to see him come up short there.
Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Outside, Bain. Curry finds Williamson. Five to shoot. On the wing, Bain. And it's off from three-point range. And for Portland, their shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Pass to Koulibaly. Nailed from three-point land. Koulibaly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And San Antonio shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And it's Sharp missing. And San Antonio shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. To the left side wing. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Trailblazers timeout. Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers stat team. Here they come.
Different look now for Portland. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Gershon Yabusele. Carlton Carrington comes in for Sharp, and it's done in for the Beast. The Spurs also with the sub. Corey Kispert's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Here's Koulibaly, defended by Kispert.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Pass to Williamson. Now, here's Bain. Curry passes to Reed. Over in the corner, Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Over Sohan. Williams with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Stolen by Reed.
And what you love about Bain is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Outside, Reed. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Carrington. Williams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Bain. And here is Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
That is exactly where Williamson is unstoppable.
Here's Dunn. A minute 50 left in the third. Pass to Sohan. Here's Williams. Guarded by Reed. Here's Carrington. 5 on the clock. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Williamson outside. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Here's Sohan, defended by Kispert. 2 points, that one goes.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
40 seconds left in the third quarter. The kick out to Bain. Off target from outside. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Curry looking around. Pass to Reed. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Robert Williams.
The Spurs have been good. At the free throw line, this one, 7 of 8.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Reed. And here are the Trailblazers now. Pick by Williams. Here's Dunn. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Portland rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. They've got Adams. Carlton Carrington is out there with Dunn. Then it's Williams. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
Pass to Robinson. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Now Alvarado. Defended by Carrington. Clock at 2. They get it back. And here's Brooks from outside. Not going to go that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dunn left side. Right wing for 3. Tries again. Here's Adams. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score. Williams with the block. Down low. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Williamson, the pass to Alvarado. And there's a whistle. That goes on Carlton Carrington. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Puts it up from 12.
Boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
And that one drops for him.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now here's Brooks. Williamson outside. Here's Alvarado. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Latrey, good on the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Williamson. The shot that time, not on target. Adams, some nice D. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Here's Brooks. To the middle. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. That one good for 2.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Here's Robinson. He gets that one.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Carrington. Hits it from three-point range. Carrington's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now here's Brooks. To the paint. Here's Robinson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's now 10 points for Mitchell Robinson. To the left wing. From deep. Done shot's good.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Williamson, the pass to Robinson. It's Brooks on the wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Now Carrington. And again it's Portland with the three.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Williamson against Williams. Williamson looking it over. Here's Alvarado. Defended by Carrington. And it's Alvarado missing. Goes straight through the defender. For the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yabusele, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Jeremy Sohan subbed in for Chris Dunn. San Antonio also making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. Bain comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Jose Alvarado.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Bain with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Kispert. And the dunk by Kispert.
Terrific play on Bain's part. Sparking the fast break with a heads-up play on defense.
Carrington bounce pass. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Curry with a wide-open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. GA, just when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it will be the last time we see it happen. And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Kerr. Back to Carrington. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to one shot on your defensive end and then give yourself extra possessions when you have the ball.
Williams with a clean look hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And finished off by Robinson.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's his fourth foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Williamson is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Kispert. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Outside Curry. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Yabusele, a screen on Payne. Launches it. No good from Yabusele. San Antonio's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Brooks kicks to Williamson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Pass to Sohan.
2 minutes.
Back to Yabusele.
2 minutes.
Lets the three fly. San Antonio with the rebound. Williamson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the basket is good. Curry's got 38 points.
Well, if he gets this hot, it's very difficult to contain him. There are just so many ways Curry can beat you offensively.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Yabusele. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And San Antonio shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Beast.
And his playmaking was a big storyline in this game. He got guys involved and found them in their favorite spots.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And San Antonio has possession. Launches a 3. He can't get it to go. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the wing on the left. Corner shot. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And here is Curry. Pass to Bane. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. And And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Beast.